All right, good evening, and we continue with Dr. Akmal to discovering devices, and tonight we're going to talk about light alchemy. I would say the most spectacular device for meditation and improving your cognitive function of the brain, actually stimulating the whole body. But like we'll talk now about this, and please tell us more about the light alchemy and applications where we can use it, and in which cases is it usable for groups of people. So please, let's explore.
Thanks, Alex. So the light alchemy is a device that is capable of producing 16 million colors, and it interfaces with an application, an Android application that has many libraries of colored resonances. And let's talk about the spectral signature of the elements. So as you know, the periodic table of the elements, all the elements that exist in nature, each element has a specific color signature, and that's the one that you analyze with the spectrometers, and you can find out, let's say, from the emission of light of a star, what elements are being produced within the environment of the star through the analysis of the colors. Or if you do a spectral analysis of a substance, it will tell you what is the chemical composition based on the colors. So each chemical element has its own spectral signature or color signature.
So can we compare it to like of a color of our aura? So for example, depends in which state you would be and which emotion you produce. This will be the color of your aura, and it be applicable
to
that.
Although the aura color is variable according to what you feel, what you think, and what your energetic composition is at this specific moment. But these colors are absolutely fixed. It's kind of like the fingerprint of the element. So you would recognize magnesium because it has that exact degree of color, and it will never be shared by another element, and that's kind of how it works.
So the next question, which has appeared just on the spot, does it mean that we can actually rebuild or rebalance with the light alchemy our aura, or like kind of project a specific color component, the missing color component, to our system? Is it applicable?
Yes, so exactly. Okay, so let's look at it first of all that elements, nutritional elements, let's say trace elements or the common elements in our nutrition. For instance, we have a library for that. So if we click on this, now we have the actual elements. You can have the frequency of magnesium, for instance, and that is basically the light with the pulsing of the atomic weight of the magnesium is actually being projected here. You can go into...
wait a second. Magnesium, by the instance, it will be the calming frequency, right?
You can also click on it, and it will give you what qualities it may have in our nutritional requirements.
Okay.
So yeah, in the application you can actually go and click on each element and see how it benefits us. So calcium, for instance, or phosphorus, or sulfur, or oxygen, for instance. So here's the pulsing of the oxygen. It's giving you the exact color, spectral color, and it's giving you the pulsing of it. Now, what this means is if you're exposed to this right now, or let's say you're in a gym and you're working out, and you're exposed to this light, now this will allow you, first of all, to absorb more oxygen. In a second, it will activate the oxygen that already exists in your system, allow it to be more activated. So it will enhance the workout that you do, as an example. Magnesium is the same. If you're exposed to this resonance, it's not creating extra molecules in your system, but rather activating the molecule that exists, and at the same time, it's allowing your body to absorb the element much better. In this case, it's kind of like enhancement to the nutritional intake of of our system.
We can comprehend it to the light nutrition, right?
Light nutrition, exactly. We call it photobiotics as well.
Photobiotics, yeah.
So
it's good, not antibiotics. Photobiotics,
photobiotics.
yeah.
And of course, we understand that when we are taking, let's say, we're eating a vegetable, a plant, a leaf. The leaf is storing the light. It's really nothing more than a memory.
Power bank of light.
Power bank of light, exactly. It's taking the solar energy and it's imprinting that or saving that, storing that within the chlorophyll of the plant. And then the profile elements in the soil get absorbed and give the plant its medicinal or its holistic qualities. Healthy qualities. So when we intake it, when we ingest it, it gets broken down into the digestive process. Eventually, it's releasing these photons of light. That's what got absorbed from the sun, and that's what actually gives us the benefit. So when we're exposed to the light in this fashion and with these specific light signatures, color signatures, it's giving us the final conclusion of all this digestion process. So we can activate, enhance. There is also amino acid libraries and other libraries as well of specific color signatures that then you can create a playlist of it. And when you're exposed to it, it's almost like you're getting a formula of elements that are benefiting you. So when you're exposed to it, you can actually activate certain calming effects, you can activate energizing effects, and so on. For meditations, of course, you can create a whole playlist of there's actually 3 ways to apply that for this kind of application. The first one is basically to scan yourself and find out from all the libraries which elements are missing or which colors are missing, and then it will provide it to you in a playlist. And you can
how long you need to run the procedure? For example, if the average person who have his duties at work and or a lady who looks after her children, how much time it's needed to be per day, and do you do the do you expose yourself to light alchemy healing every day? What is the wide range of use of the device?
To get an effect from it, if you're exposing yourself from 7 minutes to like 12 minutes, that's enough for your nervous system to lock into this frequency and then start to resonate with it.
If I go for 30 minutes, 1 hour, is it dangerous?
It's not dangerous, but you will be overstimulated. You will reach a level where you say, okay, it's enough, because your nervous system have reached a level of saturation. It's not the quantity, it's as much as it is the quality that you get. So it's not the length of time as much as it is getting that specific resonance.
The scanner will tell us how long the session should be?
Yeah, it will scan you and it will find out the optimum time to be exposed.
All right, so the best combination, it would be like alchemy with the scanner, right? Or like Astrostar, anything?
There's obviously presets that exist that you can just use directly, or if you have the scanner now offers you 2 extra advantages. First of all, it has this biofeedback setting. The biofeedback setting is really great because it works on the coherent state. It's basically the alignment between the heart and the mind.
Is it the samadhi state?
It's what is referred to as samadhi state in the yoga, in the ancient traditions. Now, when the heart and mind are connected, or sympathetic and parasympathetic become unified, it's really where you're connected. You're conscious. You're connected to your higher self, as you can call it. And in this case this state of integration is really the ideal, the samadhi state. So the heart rate variability scanner can detect that, and once you reach this level, it will give you a green light. When you start getting out of it, it will turn blue, and then when you're completely out, when your heart is feeling certain things, your mind is thinking other things, now you become red, it goes into the red color. So the objective here is you're sitting in this space, and this light is changing, and you're trying to, by your consciousness, bring it back to green. When you're in that green, that is the state, the optimum state, and the best state for the body to heal itself, for the system to regenerate. So a meditation using that biofeedback method and trying to get the green light to stay as long as possible, or if you go out, figure out what you need to do to bring it back to the green, that training is extremely beneficial. Number one, you spend a long time in that coherent state, which is very beneficial, so it benefits your health. And number two, you learn consciously how to bring yourself in that state when you're under a stressful situation. You'll be able to remember how that is and try to bring yourself by taking a few deep breaths and recalling that feeling and getting back there, and then it becomes a conscious thing. That's an incredible way of application. The other one is actually another benefit of the scanner is it will scan you, it will find out what is the missing color, and it will give it to you live, and then it will scan you as a result of that color what other color you should be exploring.
So it follows up.
So it keeps giving you a color therapy, but as a feedback from your own system.
According to your current state, right?
Exactly.
So it's like it's reading your current state, and in the real time it's correcting the colors. And for example, for this procedure, how long do I need to sit with this correction?
This one is enjoyable. Actually, with the like either the biofeedback or the color scanning, you can actually enjoy it and sit with it while you're working or something, and it's just feeding you the proper colors.
Okay. Would you suggest it like if I'm sitting and working with a computer that it would be projected on your back with no t-shirt, because as the experiments been conducted, that's more surface of your body being exposed to a light, the photobiotic processes works much better?
Either way, the feet work, of course. The eyes, the retina obviously is sensitive, and it will pick up the specific frequencies. And as you know, with the basically anywhere, either visually you would see it, and that can be the only color in the space while you're working on your computer or just reading. Reading it will not, unless you're on the phone or something.
Okay.
But being exposed to it either visually or, like you say, through the skin being exposed to it, it will be absorbed and it will have the effect on the nerve. Yeah. The nervous system basically needs to pick it up and then tune itself to that specific color.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The iris of the eye, as you know, has the endings of all the organs and cells of the body as if we're just ending there, and you know the science and art of iridology that is used to analyze and to correct imbalances in the health. So by just looking at it with the pulse and the color, the organ aspects that will benefit from this color will be absorbing it like a filter and feeding the specific organ or system, and that's how it can improve, benefit us even just by looking at the color. In addition, of course, to the body exposure, like color bathing, basically, like you sunbathe, you will actually color bathe as well. Yeah. The more skin is exposed, you can use white cotton or natural fabric as a layer, or if you can be exposed directly, it will be beneficial.
There is some of the questions according to actually a group meditation and usage of several devices being linked together. Is it like? Yes. As I understand, we are onto that way, and we can connect up to 6 to 8 devices together, right?
Yes, we can. They get linked for larger spaces, and you can get synchronized performance this way.
Beautiful, beautiful. So it can be a group of people training. The last application what we tried is actually Qigong and the 5 elements.
The 5 element colors.
Yeah, 5 element colors, and it's a very good effect. It's actually from my personal observations and people who work with the Light Mandala for quite a while, they can compare it to an amplifier, because it amplifies any kind of your practice. If it's in the massage, if it's an acupuncture, if it's some kind of like even Qigong practice, yoga practice. This is the amplifier of an actual outcome.
Yeah. And also there's the function with the audio trigger as well, which is very beneficial if you're playing music like healing music or healing sounds, sounds that have encoded binaural beats, or they're having the whatever solfeggio frequencies or various molecular sounds or any of these healing sounds, when you pulse it through this, you're getting now both the auditory and the visual.
By Bluetooth or? By
Bluetooth, yes. Also, you have when you work with the psychospiritual integration application, the emotional program that we have, it can actually provide you with it scans for the limiting beliefs that we may have, and it comes up with the affirmations, the positive affirmations that are required to reverse that. And in order to feed that to the subconscious mind, we would listen to the audio affirmations while having it pulsed at the same time. And again, you would have two new neural pathways activated, the auditory and the visual, to feed that new pattern that you're creating.
So I can play my favorite song and being exposed to a light. Can I play it from YouTube or just the?
Well, any audio program, if you wanted to act more as a musical pulsar, yes, you can. But in the therapeutic sense, you would use these specific healing frequencies and get the audio and the visual pulsing to get into your nervous system through two channels. But of course, if you play music through it, it will be great as well as a entertainment thing. Yeah.
Amazing. So I think it's, as we talked already, it's a very wide range of usage of a device, starting from the personal use, group usage, also for the practitioners as a practices, and it would be also using into the stress management pretty much, right? My personal experience shows that it can, like a Lamborghini, but just like in a different way, to relax you literally in no time, 5-7 minutes with meditation. It's easier state if you're kind of not happy with your day.
It shifts you out of that state quite rapidly, and then you can get back into the enjoyable activity that, it brings the results in a very short time, and it's enjoyable at the same time.
Yeah. All right, that's very interesting. New updates about the light alchemy. I believe it's going to be more. We're planning to do the system for people into one environment where like it's a very big group of people can be exposed to the light at the same time. And we will keep update you on the new arrivals and Light Mandala and new devices which is coming. For today's everything, and thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see you soon. Have a beautiful day.